Hello.
Hey y'all, it's Chris and Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks, and we're making a quick dinner. And I just thought I'd come on live for you guys. Um, I was getting worried when I thought about making this because I didn't tell Chris to get bell pepper at the grocery store. Y'all know that we've been out of town, so I don't have nothing. And thank goodness I bought some because they were buy one get one free the other day. And so I have some frozen ones. Yay! So I get to have peppers. I was beginning to think I wasn't going to have any peppers. Now, I'm just going to cut this up like Mama used to do because it's a small onion. Come on around to the left, I guess, of me, baby. Well, no, I guess you were right, but it don't matter. So, since this is a little bitty onion and I can handle it, I'm just going to cut it up over the skillet. But now my heat's pretty high. Let me turn it down so it won't burn me. So what I like to do is I like to boil a chicken and make some broth. And Chris bought me a chicken yesterday. And baby, I forgot to tell you that Springer Mountain Chicken was actually on sale. And it's usually the more expensive one. So you paid a lot more for the chicken than I thought. But that's all right. I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way, y'all. There's a root thing in that, so I can't chop it up. So y'all can come around here and look, and you can see that I took a chicken today and put it in water. I put in chicken bouillon. I put in celery, onion, and salt and pepper, and I boiled it today, so it's falling apart done. All we're gonna do is saute these peppers and onions, and then we're going to, this is plenty. There's part of the root too. And we're going to add some salsa to it. That's how I do mine. So Chris likes hot salsa, but he puts that on his before he puts it in the air fryer. And we're going to be cutting up an avocado. I've got some jalapenos for Chris. This is the salsa I like. And this is the salsa I put in my Mexican chicken. Sour cream. I like the white cheese dip, the original that don't have the peppers in it. And then Chris just likes Mexican cheese. So I've got some lettuce right here. We're going to chop it up right quick. You can come on around here, Chris, because I got to do a tomato too. While we're cooking up those peppers and onions, we're going to prep a little bit, y'all. And this is nachos, so we'll chop it up pretty good. And I love tomato. Chris is not a real big fan of tomato, but I am. Pretty good fan of it. So y'all let us know how y'all were doing today. It was a gorgeous day outside. You catch any fish, Chris? Bunch of little fish. Did you catch some trout?
Yeah.
You said he did catch some trout finally. That's good. Because the trout's just been kind of hiding or something lately. The weather's actually warm today for the first time. It's the warmest it's been, ain't it, Chris?
Yeah.
I think it was in the 80s today here. So there's our tomato. And then I have an avocado right here. I'm just going to use my onion one. We're going to open this up. Chris picked these out yesterday. I told him, I said, try. If it's right like it's supposed to be, you're supposed to just be able to squeeze it and not pop out and see it's not quite there. I know I make people nervous doing this. It's not that ripe, is it? Chris said.
I had a hard time.
Really? I have never had one break off like that.
Hard as they can be.
Oh, really? Yes. So these were the ripest ones?
Yes.
We're going to eat it anyway. Well, let me just get this in and get it out of there. For heaven's sake. Well, y'all, we got a pretty green avocado here. Chris said most of them were. When an avocado's just ripe enough, you should be able to just squeeze it. And that should just pop right out without having to take a knife or anything to try to get it out of there. It should just pop out. It still is. I would rather them be a little green than too ripe. I don't like them when they get too ripe myself. They're fine for guac, I guess. So if you're just coming on, the reason the nut's not out of this thing is because it's still green. Okay? It is what it is. We're eating it anyway. And if you don't know it, the nuts, they look like the perfect toy for a dog, but they're very poisonous to dogs, so don't give them to your pups and let them play with them and chew on them. Yeah, they're the perfect size to choke on, too, for kids and dogs. All right. Okie dokie, y'all. That's it. That's easy. Let me turn this up a little. Now, our favorite seasoning is fajita seasoning. And I'm going to tell you, not everybody is as good as Badia's. Badia has the best fajita seasoning of anybody. I can find my fajita seasoning. That's fried rice, onion. I must have stuck it over there in the drawer. I use it so much, I try to just keep it on that top shelf over there. There it is. But anyway, it's some good stuff. Let me show it to you because I bought other brands and they don't even begin to compare to the taste of this one. All right. You know, everybody has a different blend of spices and stuff in theirs. And I like it way better than I like taco seasoning. So we're going to mix that up. Now, Chris has already put our tomatoes out there to grow. And he put out some peppers. You got red pepper, green pepper. Did you get jalapeno this time? No. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some of my salsa to it. Oh, that one wasn't even open yet. Let me shake it good. Because all of the water was on the top. Now, if you like something hot, then you can use a hot salsa, but we use a mild. For this part, you can come over to my left, Chris. I'm just going to pick off the chicken and put it right in here. So that's the base of it. Now, I've got a recipe where you put all of this in the crock pot and cook it all day, and it's even better because it marinates all day. For real, it's good. Good stuff. But now this is how I like to do mine because then I have a chicken. I have plenty of chicken. So I can make a chicken pot pie or a chicken dish with the extra chicken, okay? And I cook my chicken good and done, so I could just pull it apart like that. A lot of people put it in their mixer to mix it up, and I don't do that. For shredded chicken, I just shred it myself with my fingers, and that way, if there's a bone, I find it. It's a little safer to me. Who all we got on here tonight, Chris?
All kind of people. Now we got one of them.
I know, but they can hear me.
I know, but
I just want to know who's on here tonight. I can repeat their name while we're doing this.
Buffy, Sharon, Barbara.
Buffy, Sharon, and Barbara.
I know Tony was on here.
Tony was on here. Tony's seen me make this many times, I'm sure. Mary Ann.
Mary Lou. You got Mary Ann and Mary Lou.
I wanted to name our girl Mary. Chris didn't let me because I guess he'd had a student in school with the name of Mary that had been bad. I think that's enough chicken. That's about a breast of the chicken, y'all. So this is something you can make quick. Watch out, Happy. And now I've got broth over here and I've got extra chicken. And I like to buy a whole chicken. I do. I can't help it. I just do. Now you can tell this looks dry. I'm going to add some of the chicken broth to it. You don't want it to be dry. Now when I make my broth, I told you I put some bouillon in it. I'm just going to dip some into it. So the chicken, when I cooked it, had salt in it, pepper in it, bouillon, the onion, the celery. So it's got a lot, it's not boring before I put it in here. So what we're doing is we're making Mexican chicken. Now we put a little extra salsa and peppers and onions in ours. But now if you've got kids and they're real picky, you can just put in a little bit in theirs.
It's funny, we got Kim, Brenda, Deborah, Kim, and Brenda. So you can tell they're all about our age.
Really?
Nobody's named that anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Nobody has those names.
Nobody's named Tammy anymore either.
There's hardly any Tammys.
Most of the Tammys are about my age.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. You just turn it off. Now I'm going to taste it with a fork, make sure it's salty enough, and then we're going to make our nachos. And if you don't have an air fryer, oh my gosh, they're amazing for nachos. My goodness gracious, are they? And if you want to add some more fajita seasoning, you can. So I'm going to taste it and see what I think. That's almost perfect. I'm going to put a little chili lime in it. Do you care? Oh,
Just put it on your nachos. Cook your nachos.
it's kind of spicy. Fajita. I just put a little extra fajita in it. It's really good anyway. All right. So let me show you how we do this. Right quick. Watch out, sweetie. I take a cake pan, 8-inch. It has to be 8-inch to fit in our air fryer, and it can't have the lips on it or it won't sit down in there. We use tongs to get it out. I spray it so the cheese is easy to clean when I'm done. Okay? I gotta get my chips. Y'all, Chris just walked in the door, and so I was throwing this together when he came in, and he goes, well, why don't we just go live for YouTube? And I said, well, all right. So I hadn't really planned to do a video. I'm just going to make mine, and then I'll let Chris make his, because his is a lot more complicated. He likes jalapenos and all that stuff. Okay? So I like this kind of cheese. And it's expensive at the grocery store, and now that the kids are never here, it lasts me forever. Well, used to, when I would buy it, the kids would be eating it too, and it just wouldn't last that long. But now a thing of it lasts me for a while. And I just scoop it on. Now, you can heat it up and pour it on, but then when you put it in the air fryer, it almost gets so runny that it runs all in the bottom, and I don't like for it to do that. I like for it to still be on my chips when I get it out. Okay? So that's enough. And now the chicken. And this tastes just like, it's just every bit as good as what you get in a restaurant. I promise it is. And there ain't nothing to it. And y'all go pay all that money. Of course, nachos are not that expensive, But nowadays, everything's expensive, ain't it? And the good thing is we'll always have leftovers, and it's so easy to make this. It's perfect for lunch as well because it's so convenient. There's a fly in here for the first time this year. All right, I'm going to put this down in there. You would think as cold as it's been, those flies wouldn't even be in here. So I put it in the air fryer, just like that. And I leave it on 350, the setting that it stays on all the time. It takes it about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we pull it out, and I use tongs so that I don't get burned. And I use a plate to put it on. While we're doing that, we'll make me some tea. So we got 3 minutes. You want me to make you some ice, Chris, for a Coke?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show them your Easter decorations.
Okay. All right, he's going to let y'all take a look at the Easter egg decorations. He don't have a microphone. I've got the microphone. But we got those out yesterday live, and some of y'all watched and some didn't. Oh, and I want to talk to y'all about that too. Let me grab him a Coke. Flying here. Did you want Coke or do you want Dr. Pepper? Okay. So y'all, please, if you've been watching a long time and you never subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Another thing we're noticing is a lot of our viewers are not getting our posts and they're not watching our videos. And I have been doing new videos. And so if for some reason you're not getting your notifications, would you please go and turn the bell back on YouTube, and also sometimes interact. If you always watch on the TV and you never hit a like button or make a comment, it's... Yes, and you can comment and hit the like button on the TV. But if you never do that, then they will stop showing you our feed eventually. You know, not overnight, but, you know, they do that. So if you can, we would really appreciate you doing that so that you don't miss a video. I made tea today. All right, smells like it's done. It is. Okay. Now you can tell that the cheese is melted, and you can leave it in there until they start turning brown. It only takes about 2 to 3 minutes for it to get that hot. And there you have it. I'm going to set that right there for Chris. And then the only thing I got left to do is put the toppings on mine. So we'll have some avocado. And tomato. Like a salad. Don't that look good? Talk about easy. Now that's an easy dinner, and everybody will love it. Young and old alike. Right, Christopher?
Yep.
He loves it. My kids love this. If I make it now, there's, you know, I'll send them a text, and they're wishing they were home. It's great to be able to go to Mama's and get delicious nachos like you get at the restaurant without having to pay for it when you're their age. So I'm going to put me a little sour cream on it. And then I'm going to get a bite. Reach down in here and get one that has the cheese. And the chicken. That's good. really delicious in just a few minutes, right? All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. And we thank you so much for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. Bye, y'all. Love ya.
This is something I gotta figure out how to cut off.
There's an X at the top.